Okay, Bob, let's go! Yeah, yeah!
9.5. How about that? You did it.
All right, now I can get my own lariat. I did the barrel race in under 10 seconds and roped the sawhorse 4 out of 5 times. Do I get a lariat?
Yep. Here you go. I'm kind of surprised at you.
Why?
Figured you'd be good for some laughs out there. You weren't. But there's still hope. This little vacation of yours ain't over with yet.
May I go riding again?
Yep.
Talk to you later.
If you last that long.
Come on, Bob. That looks like Mary Yazzie. Probably just a bird. Yikes! The walls in there look like they could fall down any second. It's locked. So much for finding out what Dirk left in the cell for Francis.
Hello?
It's me.
So what's going on there?
Have I told you about the cowboys that work for the Raleighs?
No, and believe me, I've been meaning to ask.
Well, Dave Gregory, he's the foreman, and he's very cute, Bess.
Wouldn't you know it?
Anyway, I caught him secretly digging around in the cellar. He knows about Dirk Valentine's treasure, too.
What about the other cowboys?
Tex Britton, the head wrangler? The Raleighs fired his sister when they lived in Phoenix. At first, he denied it. Then when he finally admitted it, he said he lied because he knew the truth makes him look bad.
Yeah, it makes him look like he's been sabotaging stuff at the ranch to help his sister get back at Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed.
He says that's not true, that he doesn't even blame the Raleighs for firing her.
Words are cheap, Nan. Keep an eye on him.
I found a green bottle with a bunch of love letters from Dirk to Frances inside.
Love letters? I love letters! Was there anything in them about the loot he'd stashed for her?
No, but there are references to some of her favorite things. And since the letter that Dirk wrote to her from jail mentioned that her favorite flowers will help her find the treasure.
They might help you figure out what they are.
We're stuck here while you get to read love letters? Okay, George. We're suing the airline, both airports, and the weather service.
I could sure use a hint when it comes to using that piece of paper Dirk left for Frances to keep track of where the rock pictures are.
Whenever you see a petroglyph, just click on the grid, and 2 letters that mark its place on the grid will appear below.
Just make sure that where you click on the grid corresponds as closely as possible to the position of that particular petroglyph out in the desert.
If you're careful, pretty soon all those letters will spell out a message.
That's it for now.
2 words, Nancy.
Call us!
SWGS, this is Geza.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. Not too long ago, you provided this person I know with a map that showed the locations of mineral deposits in central Arizona.
That's what I'm here for.
Is it unusual for an ordinary citizen to request a map like that?
Depends on which map it was.
The number on it was PUB893A.
Publication 893 Alpha. Let me get it on my screen here. Yeah, that's a map somebody'd use if they wanted to go prospecting in their spare time. What's this person's name?
Shorty Thurmond?
Shorty Thurmond. Yep, there he is. According to my notes, he'd just started a job in the Shadow Mountain area and figured he'd go looking for gold on his off hours.
You keep notes on all the calls you get?
In a bureaucracy like this one, you never know. When something goes south and fingers start pointing, it's always good to have your side of the story all nice and documented.
How likely do you think it is that Shorty will find any gold around Shadow Mountain?
Oh, he might find a nugget or two, but from the looks of the maps I sent him, any ore out there would be of such low quality that attempting to extract gold from it would be pointless. That's interesting.
What is?
Apparently, this Shorty person asked me if I knew anything about Dirk Valentine's treasure.
Really? Do you remember what he said?
As I recall, he'd heard a rumor that some outlaw had buried some kind of treasure near Shadow Mountain. He thought it might be in an old mine shaft or something.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, thank you, Geza.
No problem. What did you say your name was again? Nancy...
Drew.
Nancy Drew. Asked a lot of questions. Didn't buy any maps.
But she really appreciated your taking the time to talk to her. Be sure to put that in your notes too, okay?
Got it. Goodbye, Miss Drew.
Bye.
Hernandez.
Hello, Sheriff. It's Nancy Drew again.
Hello, Nancy. What can I do for you?
I noticed that you put a lock on one of the buildings in the ghost town.
Yeah, the support beams in there are about to go. I was afraid some dumb tourist would knock into one of them and bring the thing down, and I'd wind up having to dig them out.
If I'm real careful, do you think I could have the combination?
It's just an old shack. There's nothing to see in there.
I'm just curious. Amateur detective, remember? I'll lock the place back up when I'm done.
Well, if you swear you'll be careful.
I'll be extremely careful, I promise.
Let's see, where did I put that combination? Ah, here we go. 9, 2, 7, 4.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
An electrician's manual. Wonder what that's doing here. Even the crumbs are crisp. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like someone's been hanging out in here.
Hardy residents.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's going on?
There's a real honest-to-goodness ghost town near here.
No way. Have you been there?
Yep, and even though I went by myself, I'm pretty sure I wasn't alone.
What do you mean?
I heard strange noises.
Maybe it was a backpacker or a prospector or something. You know, someone just passing through.
But why would they hide? Why didn't they show themselves?
Maybe they hadn't bathed in a long time. Or maybe they were ghosts.
As usual, Joe, you're a big help.
Catch you later.
See ya, partner.
Ride 'em, cowgirl.
Charlene Purcell's office.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew.
Say no more.
Hello, Nancy. What's the latest?
Do you know anything about Dry Creek?
Dry Creek, closest town to Shadow Mountain. Population at its peak, 317. Leading citizen was Cappy Munger. His establishment contained the only piano within 50 miles. Frances, being as smart as she was, taught herself how to play it. That's apparently how she met Dirk. He heard her composing a song one day and fell in love on the spot.
Would you happen to know the brand name of crackers back in the 1880s whose slogan was "Even the crumbs are crisp"?
Not offhand, but I certainly can find out. Details like that are why so many of my books have won awards for historical accuracy. Have you read any of my books?
No. But Aunt Beth has. She's a big fan.
I realize that my novels aren't everyone's cup of tea, but it wouldn't hurt to at least give them a try, would it?
No. In fact, I'll pick one up first chance I get.
And I'll send you the name of those crackers first chance I get.
I came across something that looks like a very old token and has the words Dry Creek Merchants on it.
Sounds like you have a piece of Dry Creek script. It was sometimes used in mining towns like Dry Creek in place of currency. Does it have a denomination on it?
It says 1.5 cents.
Probably used for games.
You mean like gambling?
I'm sure it was sometimes used for gambling, but I'm talking about mechanical games. Believe it or not, they had some very primitive arcade-type games back in the 1880s. Some were quite entertaining, especially for 1.5 cents.
Talk to you soon.
Look forward to it.
Hello?
Hi, Aunt Bet. I forgot to ask you before how Uncle Ed was doing.
Well, he definitely has some kind of infection.
I'm fine.
So they've got him on antibiotics. We'll be here at least 2 more days.
I noticed a letter in your roll-top desk from someone named Jane Nash.
Oh, yes. She worked for us back in Phoenix when we still owned the clothing store. Unfortunately, she turned out to be totally unreliable and we had to let her go.
Her letter sounded almost threatening.
Oh, she's harmless. Part of her problem was that she was all talk and no show. It was Ed's idea to hire her.
She was a good salesperson. She was just not a very good person.
How old was she?
In her 30s. She was married for a while, as I recall.
Are you aware that there's a secret door behind the bookcase in the den?
No. Oh my, you really are quite the detective. How did you discover that?
Well, actually, it's a long story. What do you know about Dirk Valentine?
Never heard of him. Do you know a Dirk Valentine?
Isn't he that outlaw guy Shorty was carrying on about the night I got bit?
He's supposed to have hidden a treasure somewhere around here.
This is the first I've heard about it.
It could be why someone is trying to chase you off the ranch.
Dirk Valentine. Sounds like a character from a Charlene Purcell novel.
As it turns out, I talked to Charlene Purcell recently.
Really? About what?
About Shadow Ranch, actually, and about Dirk Valentine. She's done quite a bit of research on him. He was in love with Frances Humber, you know.
Oh my gosh. You mean Charlene Purcell is going to write a book that takes place on our ranch?
Be still my palpitating heart.
Ed, you tell her she's welcome to visit Shadow Ranch and do all the research she wants anytime she wants.
Don't I get some say in this?
No.
I'll be in touch.
Call us anytime.
That wasn't there before. If I ask, maybe Mary will let me borrow these.
Hi, can I help you with something?
That's a pretty big hunk of petrified wood over there. Where'd you get it?
A friend of mine found it when he was clearing land for a new house. I told him I'd share whatever I got for it with him. Be sure to check out the jewelry display. I just got some real nice pieces in.
I saw you riding earlier near Shadow Ranch. Do you ride around there a lot?
You're mistaken. Shadow Ranch is private property. I never ride there. You must have seen somebody else.
I'm sure the Raleighs don't mind if you ride on their land.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. So don't go telling people you saw me trespassing, because you didn't. Excuse me. I can't talk right now. Sorry.
Yes! Beneath Cappy's keys, Pappy's name, please.
Hi, can I help you with something?
Do you know anything about the treasure Dirk Valentine supposedly buried somewhere around Shadow Ranch?
I know it's a lot of hogwash.
What makes you so sure?
If I had $1 for every lost mine or buried treasure story I've heard in the 30-odd years I've lived here, I'd have 10 horses, 2 cars, and possibly my own helicopter. It's nothing but a tall tale. Trust me.
It was great talking to you.
Ride safely.
Check. Check. That's done. That looks like Mary Yazzie and Tex? The daisy stitch.
Hello?
It's me.
So what's going on there?
That's it for now.
Stay in touch. That's an order.
Charlene of Purcell's office.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew.
Say no more.
Hello, Nancy. What's the latest?
I came across a reference to someone whom Dirk referred to as Pappy.
Probably his father, Kashmir Valentine. He was a blacksmith over in Prescott.
Would Francis have known who he was?
Oh, yes. Dirk worshipped his father. Which is ironic, because by the time Dirk was arrested, his father had pretty much disowned him out of shame.
Talk to you soon.
I'll be waiting.
That's done. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that yet. I'm finished with that. I'm finished with that. Check. Can't check that off till it's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Can't check that off till it's done. Can't check that off till it's... That's done. Check. Check. Something's missing.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic messaging service.
I'll call back later.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
I'm pretty sure I saw Mary Yazzie riding on the Raleigh's property. Have you ever seen her riding around here?
Can't say as I have, but then most of my duties require me to stay close to home. Tex, he's the one you ought to ask.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Can't check that off.
Need something?
May I go riding again?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I saw Mary Yazzie riding on ranch property. Have you ever seen her riding around here?
Nope.
When I asked her about it, she denied it, adamantly.
Was she hurting anything? Defacing rocks? Setting fires? Threatening some endangered species?
No.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Did I see you and Mary Yazzie riding together?
Me and Mary Yazzie? Course not. Why, I ain't said more than 10 words to her since I got here. You're imagining things.
Talk to you later.
No hurry.
Come on, Bob. If I ask, maybe Mary will let me borrow these.
Hi, can I help you with something?
Tex told me about, you and him.
He did?
Yeah, I kind of tricked him into telling me.
I don't believe it. He swears me to secrecy, then goes blabbing it to some teenager? Oh well, it was bound to come out sometime.
That's kind of what Tex said, too.
I mean, we're in love. What's the big deal?
Right, you're in love. What's the big deal?
Wait a minute. He didn't tell you anything, did he? You tricked me. Oh, you're good. You are good.
Is that what you were doing on the ranch when I saw you? Meeting Tex?
Yes. See, Tex knows the Raleighs and I have been arguing about that property I want to buy. He's afraid if the Raleighs find out about us, they'll think he's collaborating with the enemy and fire him.
The Raleighs wouldn't do that.
I think the real reason Tex wants to keep it a secret is because he's got this rough, tough loner thing going. I think the idea of changing his image scares him.
So how did you get past his rough, tough loner thing?
I didn't. He got past mine. Anyway, Tex and I are in love. We tried to keep it a secret, and we blew it. You know, for a city slicker, you got a lot of country smarts.
Why are you so interested in buying that property from the Raleighs?
There's a whole bunch of petrified wood on it. Tex discovered it. Every so often, he'll bring some pieces in, and I'll use it in my jewelry or try to sell it.
I'd like to recreate the beadwork that was on this bag, only it looks like I need a lot of different beads.
Beads, huh? Let me see what I can do. While I do this for you, why don't you finish that display for me? The one behind you.
Sounds good. There, that looks right.
Hi.
I finished that display for you. Any luck finding those beads?
Here, try these.
Great, thanks. It was great talking to you.
Come in again.
I haven't done that yet. Can't check that off.